Are you feeling stressed, reactive, overwhelmed, spacey, disconnected, or anxious? So many of the symptoms that disrupt our lives are simply symptoms of a dysregulated nervous system, which, believe it or not, is kind of good news. It means that to find your center, soothe your stress, and reclaim your well-being, all you have to do is regulate your nervous system. When we prioritize nervous system regulation, we not only soothe our symptoms in the short term, but we also pave the way for greater resilience, health, and flow in the long run. In today's episode of Somatic Healing Meditations, I'm going to guide you through a quick and effective nervous system reset using havening techniques. Havening is a powerful tool for nervous system regulation because it helps soothe and downregulate your amygdala, which is like the kingpin of your stress response deep in your brain. By utilizing soothing touch, havening triggers the release of neurotransmitters like oxytocin and serotonin, which promote feelings of calm and relaxation. And it creates a safe space within for emotional release, allowing difficult emotions to surface and dissipate, leading to a greater sense of resilience, clarity, and peace. Welcome to Somatic Healing Meditations, the podcast that helps you regulate your nervous system, deepen your healing journey, and feel better in your body. I'm so happy you're here. I'm Karena with Hello Inner Light, and I'm a trauma-informed emotional healing coach who's here to help you heal the old emotional wounds, subconscious blocks, and self-sabotaging core beliefs that are holding you back from living a life of authenticity and joy. So if that's the kind of content you need more of in your life, please subscribe to this podcast and join me every Friday on this beautiful journey out of your head and into your more embodied and authentic self. In today's episode, I'm thrilled to announce that I've created a brand new offering to help you soothe your stress on a deep body level, while also rewiring your nervous system for more authenticity, resilience, and peace. It's called the Co-Regulation Community. In the Co-Regulation Community, I'll be teaching live nervous system regulation classes so that you can regularly practice effective body-centered techniques that help you step off the roller coaster of stress, anxiety, and overwhelm while creating more capacity in your nervous system for resilience, self-compassion, inner peace, and overall well-being. And you're invited to a free nervous system regulation class to kick it all off with me on Sunday, April 28th, 2024. You can enroll in the free nervous system regulation class and learn more about the co-regulation community in the show notes. I truly hope you'll join me. Now let's dive into this nervous system reset using havening techniques. So to really create that down-regulating and soothing effect on your amygdala, we're going to do havening touch for the entirety of this nervous system reset. And I'll describe how to do havening touch in case you don't know. So there are 3 ways to do havening touch. The first is simply to rub your palms together at a pace and with a pressure that feels good to you. So you can just rub your palms together. The second way to do havening touch is to rub down your arms from shoulder to elbow, shoulder to elbow, shoulder to elbow, just going down. And the third way is to rub anywhere on your face, cheeks, or forehead with your palms or with your fingertips. So a lot of people like to go across their cheeks or across their foreheads. I like to go into my hairline a little bit. So anywhere on your face, cheeks, or forehead. So as much as is possible, just be doing one of those 3 types of havening touch for this entire exercise. And you can move between these 3 different areas, your palms, your upper arms, and your face, in whatever way feels right to you. And if any of those areas are your favorite, hang out there more. If any of those areas you don't like, then skip them or modify them so that they do feel soothing to you. But again, this touch really affects your nervous system in a deep way. So just continuing to do the havening touch. And as you do the havening touch, go ahead and just begin to look around your environment, looking around your room or wherever you are, and just begin to notice the light and the shadows. Notice the textures and the shapes. See if you can find 3 shades of blue, and 2 shades of red. Noticing something shiny. Noticing the smallest sphere that's in your environment. And breathing and continuing to do the havening touch. When you're ready, allow your eyes to close and just begin to listen to all of the sounds that you can hear. You can hear my voice and the music. Maybe you can hear the havening touch, or your breath, or traffic, or people in the distance. Taking a nice breath and listening to the sound that's closest to you. Now, while continuing to do the havening touch and continuing to listen to all of the layers of sound that you can hear, also bring some of your awareness to notice how the havening touch feels. So really feel the temperature of your skin. And really notice the texture of your palms with all of those lines running across them. Noticing that the texture of your fingertips is different than the texture of your palms. Perhaps when you really feel your fingertips, you can feel all those tiny bumps and ridges that make up your fingerprints. Feeling the gentle pressure and the gentle movement of the havening touch. And then begin to feel the rest of your body, so continuing to feel the havening touch. Also, notice your clothing touching your skin. Where can you feel your clothing touching your skin? And also noticing that you can feel your body making contact with the chair that you're sitting in, or the bed that you're lying in, or the floor, wherever you are. Notice, where is your weight resting the most right now? And what does that contact with the chair feel like? Is it hard or soft? Is it bumpy or smooth? Is it symmetrical or asymmetrical? Now continuing to do the havening touch and feel your body making contact with the chair. And also notice your breath. So you can feel the air moving in and out through your nostrils. And you can feel the air causing your chest and tummy to rise and fall. Doing the havening touch and feeling the rhythm of your breath. And now we're going to go a little bit deeper. Bring your awareness inside your body. And just notice whatever you're feeling inside right now. Continuing to do the havening. So, one of the most misunderstood aspects of nervous system regulation is that sometimes people are just trying to regulate their uncomfortable feelings away, right? Like maybe if I regulate enough, my anxiety will completely go away. And while regulation is actually one of the very best solutions for uncomfortable feelings and for anxiety, true regulation isn't about escaping our feelings. It's actually about creating a greater capacity for us to feel them and process them so they move through us. So we're not avoiding them, we're actually working them through. In fact, our unprocessed emotions within that we resist and avoid actually fuel more dysregulation and internal tension. It's a paradox of the human experience that the more we resist our feelings, the more power they hold over us and the more stressed we are about them. But here's where the magic lies. When we regulate our nervous systems, we become more connected and compassionate so that we can more safely and capably face our emotions, which helps us transmute our pain into wisdom and our fear into resilience. Nervous system regulation isn't a journey of avoidance, it's a journey of embodiment. It's about expanding our capacity to feel, to sit with the discomfort in a safe way, to listen to the whispers of our inner world that long to be heard, and to reconnect with our deeper self that exists within our body. So, for the second half of this nervous system reset, we're going to connect with and name our feelings to help decrease our internal tension and to deepen our regulation even further. So, as you continue to do the havening touch, really become more and more aware of what you're feeling on the inside. And as you do the havening touch, you're going to begin to name whatever you're feeling. So you can do this out loud, or you can simply do it in your head. And you're just going to put words to your feelings. And they can be any sorts of words, right? So like it could be a body sensation that you're feeling. So maybe you'll just say tight, tight, tight. Or maybe it's an emotion you're feeling. So maybe it will be like nervous, nervous, nervous. Or it could even be a combination of words like, I feel out of control right now. I feel out of control right now, right? You're just honestly putting words to whatever is actually happening within you. And we have a tendency to judge our feelings, but right now, if you can, you're just going to acknowledge what is actually real, what you're actually feeling. So doing the havening touch, you're just going to repeat whatever you're feeling a couple times per minute, maybe saying a word that represents a feeling or sensation that's within. And you really can't do this wrong. So you don't want to launch into a whole dialogue or a whole story, because that's more likely going to come from your mind than from your body. And you won't always have the perfect word. You won't know the exact word every time, and there's nothing wrong with that. So maybe you're just trying some words on to see if they feel right or not. So you're havening and you're naming whatever you're finding within, any feelings, any sensations. You're repeating the words. And as your feelings change, your words change, right? So maybe you start with stressed, 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 stressed. And then you notice, actually, I'm feeling a little bit confused about what happened this afternoon. Confused, confused. So I'm going to be quiet for a moment, and you just put words to your feelings as best as you can. Letting the words change as your feelings change. So continuing to do the havening touch and continuing to put words to your feelings as best as you can. There's sometimes a relief that just comes from acknowledgement, that just comes from noticing what's actually happening within. In fact, it's been shown that just finding the right word for what you're feeling actually decreases the activity in your amygdala. So keep trying to find those right words, not trying too hard. Your body knows, and so allowing those words to bubble up. But sometimes emotions will start feeling bigger or more intense when we notice them. This is usually because we've been dissociated to some level or disconnected to some level. So even if you're not feeling relief initially and things are feeling bigger or sadder or angrier or whatever that is, also allow that. There's no way to do this wrong. You're just noticing what is happening within you. Again, you're just putting words as best as you can while doing the havening. The havening will support your body, it will support your brain, it will support your emotions in moving, whether you're heading towards relief or whether things are getting more intense. And I'm going to offer a few suggestions now. So if you're on a roll, if things are processing, you can just ignore me. But if you want a little bit more support, then go ahead and listen to some of my suggestions. So, as much as you can, see if you can approach your feelings with some level of curiosity or acceptance. And that can be difficult, so I have some suggestions for that. First of all, with your imagination, move closer to to the feeling in your body. Drawing closer to that feeling, you can move into a little bit more curiosity and acceptance by asking yourself some questions, such as the following questions. What if it's okay that I feel this way right now? What if everyone struggles like this sometimes? What if all of my feelings are real and valid on some level? What would it be like to accept these emotions more and more? What if my feelings actually make sense in a way? And you can also finish this sentence. Of course I feel this way because... So breathing and havening, noticing what's shifting within you. More and more letting the words bubble up from your body. Feeling, noticing, and to get a little more clarity and help your nervous system get a little bit of a deeper reset, go ahead and draw closer to those feelings within and finish this sentence. What I really want or need when I feel this way is... Breathing and feeling. There's no way to do this wrong. There's no wrong way to feel, and there's no wrong thing to feel. Noticing the shifts that you're feeling and letting your words shift naturally as your feelings shift. And at some point, because of the acknowledgement and the presence that you're bringing to your body and feelings, and also because of the support of the havening touch that's helping your amygdala stay calm and soothed, you're going to begin to feel something like relief, or something like a shift in perspective, or a little bit of a release of tension. And if you're in the thick of it right now, just keep havening, keep naming your feelings. But if you're beginning to feel something along the lines of release or a shift in perspective, begin to name that, right? You could just say relief, 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 or whatever word feels right to you. Feeling what it feels like in your body to have this emotional shift and have this nervous system reset. And as you're doing the havening touch, go ahead and finish this sentence. What I'm realizing now is... and finishing this sentence. How it feels to realize that is. Taking a few more breaths. Really noticing how you feel different. Letting your whole body notice whatever shift you've experienced. Now, as we begin to wrap this up, just ask your body if anything else wants to be known, if any other words want to bubble forward. Really noticing if there's anything else your body wants or needs right now. Taking a few more breaths. And as you feel ready, you're gonna just allow your eyes to open. And again, you're gonna find the shades of red and blue. You're going to notice the shiny thing and the smallest sphere. Letting the havening touch go whenever you feel ready. So, how was that for you? What shifted in your feelings or in your body as you did this nervous system reset using havening? Please let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear. And just as a reminder, you're invited to the free nervous system regulation class with me on Sunday, April 28th, 2024. All of the information about that and the link to enroll is in the show notes. Thank you for doing this nervous system reset with me. If you enjoyed this episode, it would mean so much to me if you subscribe to this podcast and leave me a rating and a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. You could also send this episode to a friend who needs it. And don't forget to join me every Friday on this beautiful journey out of your head and into your more embodied and authentic self. Have a wonderful day.